All right. Good morning, everybody. Welcome, welcome, welcome. All is welcome to the Opie Radio Podcast. Sorry I'm late, but I just spent the morning trying to get rid of all the cheese and guac and chips and salsa and taco dip as I'm cursing Bad Bunny for ruining America. Yeah. This Bad Bunny's not America. Hey, can you get me some more guac and chips and salsa? I'm triggered. No, I'm not triggered. I promise you I'm not triggered. The Super Bowl was such a bust. We are left with, bitching about Bad Bunny and Kid Rock. I blame the Patriots. I blame the Patriots for not showing up. I blame the Patriots. It's too early for this team. It's too early for Drake May. They sucked. Seahawks. Everyone had the Seahawks. Everyone's like, yeah, I know the Seahawks are going to win, but the game was so bad. Then you look around and you're like, well, we got to talk about something. Can't talk about the Super Bowl commercials because at this point, I think the Super Bowl commercials should just be called commercials. The Super Bowl commercial thing lost its luster years and years ago. But we all make believe that, maybe this year they're going to have a commercial that we can all talk about around the water cooler the next day. But once again, the commercials just absolutely sucked. Riley, Opie, you're triggered. Oh, damn. Okay. All right. Riley's triggered by the Bad Bunny. I'm not triggered by the Bad Bunny. I'll tell you this much. I'm very, very happy that Bad Bunny basically made sure there was a lot of juicy ass during his performance for all us people that no hablo español. No hablo españole, but I speak the language of juicy ass. So thank you for that, Bad Bunny. Greatly appreciate that. We got Ted what's up, Ted Palawatta? How are you? We got the John Courts down there in Philly. We got the Scott Watson. Fuck them woke bitches. LOL. Who's that's funny. And then you got the other side, right? Kid Rock. Oh my God, Kid Rock. Thank you for showing what America's all about. Oh my God, thank you. We all love Jesus now, Kid Rock, and thank you very much for that performance. It was absolutely amazing. Oh, my God, you really just showed everybody what America is really about as he was lip-syncing his performance. But that didn't stop all the nerds out there. Oh, wasn't he amazing? No, he wasn't amazing either. Kid Rock, lackluster, lip-syncing, not much effort put into the whole fucking production of the whole thing. Bad Bunny, interesting, quite the performance. I don't know if I liked it. I don't know if I hated it. All I know is it made me miss Club Med. Because I remember my Club Med days. You go down to Club Med, right? You're smoking the Cuban cigars because you're not allowed to smoke them in America. But we're not in America anymore. So you're sitting there. You're smoking the Cuban cigars. And I don't even like cigars, but I'm like, well, I'm down here. I might as well have a Cuban cigar. And you would have pretty much Bad Bunny music playing all around you, and you didn't know what the fuck you were dancing to and twerking to, but you just knew it was fun. Fun. This is not live. D-Waver, this is live. Trust me, this is live. I would have been on a lot earlier, but I woke up with a brick of cheese in my gut. Oh my God, we had quite the Super Bowl party. Oh my God. And Bad Bunny came on and we don't even know what the hell was going on, but we're all just twerking in our living room. Might as well twerk to this shit, I guess. I don't know. That game just sucked. Yeah, that's the problem, man. The Pats, I think the Pats going to the Super Bowl this year did a disservice to that team because they got a few more years of growth. And I hope this Super Bowl loss doesn't get into their heads for the next few years. I got to say, I'm not even a fan of the Super Bowl. I love my football. I love the AFC Championship game. I love the NFC Championship game. That's the last week of the season where, the games are for the football fans. And I never liked the Super Bowl. I guess I like seeing all the nonsense around the Super Bowl, but all that nonsense literally gets in way of the actual game. You got the long kickoff show that I guess triggered a whole bunch of people. I guess they had the black national anthem. I don't know. All I know, she looked pretty. She looked good. I was like, oh, that's the black national anthem. Oh, all right. Okay. All right. Whatever. That's what I was thinking. Green Day. Love the Green Day. They're singing American Idiot. I was like, all right, I like the Green. And then I'm thinking, oh my God, everyone's getting triggered out there, though. They're getting triggered. You don't want to trigger people in America. And then they show the celebrities and the Super Bowl commercials. And then the halftime show's like an hour. And then, oh, that's right, there's a game. And then the stadium is filled with so many people that don't even give a shit about football. They just want to be there to be seen. Speaking of the celebrities and all the corporate douchebags. So in the end, I don't actually like the Super Bowl game. I do like everything that revolves around it, I guess, but I don't know. But we're left just talking about the Bad Bunny. We're left talking about the Kid Rock. How about we play a little game in the chat today, all right? What did you learn from the Super Bowl this year? What did you learn from the Super Bowl this year? I want to hear from you, okay? Michelle reposted the stream. Well, thank you, Michelle. Andy Vollen, one of mine. Hi, Andy. Forgot to mention the other day when we were doing the laundry list of all the people that I know that watch these things every day, and then it was Ron's turn, and he mentioned Anthony. Jesus. Bills Seahawks would have been great. It was still a catch. Yeah, I think the Bills would have played the Seahawks better, but the Seahawks absolutely were the better team. I think they lost. I mean, where are my sports people at? The Seahawks lost 3 games this year by a total of, I think, 9 points. They were the real fucking deal, man. They were the real deal. Riley off to Twitter. I hope Epstein cloned Tom Brady along with Britney Spears, or the Pats will never be good again. Wow, Riley, what are you smoking this morning? Wow. What's up, Brian? Good to see you. Green Day kicked ass. Yeah, they're great. They're great live, the Green Day. I like the Green Day. I don't mind the Green Day. I don't mind anybody that speaks up against our government. I've always liked that. Stop it, Karen, coming in. Why am I a Karen? I'm not gonna be tricked into thinking that Kid Rock's fucking halftime show was great. It was just okay. I watched both of them. It was just okay. Kid Rock was lip syncing his ass off. It was just okay. And then the rest of the people that came up there, who are these people? And I also come from a time where we didn't like Christian rock. So anybody that is now squeezing in their Christian stuff with their music, I'm not a fan. And I know the people that are about my age, we're not fans. We made fun of those goofballs that were into the Christian rock and the Christian message in songs. All right, we let a few slip through, like Jesus is just all right by me. Jesus is just all right. The Doobie Brothers. But in general, we thought it was nonsense. Good afternoon, Ope. I did watch the Super Bowl, but I'll Google the halftime show to see to see the juicy ass. You should. The juicy asses were fine. They were fine. And, just like anyone else at my Super Bowl party, we were all looking around. Does anyone know what's going on? Does anyone speak Spanish? I wrote it down. I want to make sure I get this line perfect because it's the truth. By the end of the Bad Bunny halftime show, I realized that my 6 years of Spanish in school was a complete waste of time. I have no idea what he was singing about. I picked up a word or two here. That was about it. But I wasn't bothered by it. Who cares? In the end, it was just a stupid halftime show. Oh, Eddie Vollen didn't even bother to watch. And for all the people that were boycotting the Bad Bunny, well, I guess you were okay with the rest of the Super Bowl. Shouldn't the move be that I'm so upset by Bad Bunny being picked for the halftime show that I gotta boycott the whole fucking thing? Oh no, we're just gonna boycott the fucking halftime show. That's it. And then it comes out. Look it up for yourself. In the end, and in the end, the lion. In the end, it turns out that Trump watched Bad Bunny. As he had all his brown nosers on social media going, when it comes to halftime, I'll be changing the channel. I'll be changing the channel. But in the end, your Lord and Savior, Donald J. Trump, he watched, along with Lindsey Graham, the halftime show. This video literally of Trump sitting at a fucking table watching the Bad Bunny. And he got all his brown nosers like Sean Hannity and that almost hot chick, Megyn Kelly, and the Dan Bongino, and Pete Higgs, whatever his name is. They're all on their social media. When it comes to halftime, me and my family will be watching Kid Rock. And there's Trump just watching the Bad Bunny. Because Trump understands. He understands what a juicy ass is. He understands. He doesn't want to look at an old Kid Rock. Why would you want to look at an old Kid Rock? And as soon as I saw that Sarah Huckabee was all about the Kid Rock performance, I'm like, okay, I made the right decision by just fucking not being triggered and just watching what this Bad Bunny thing was all about. Turns out that couple during the halftime show, they were actually married on the field during Bad Bunny's performance. So it was just fun for everybody, right? Hell yeah. Hit the gym. I would like to hit the gym. Yeah, why not? Why would we care if he combs his hair? Wait, is my hair's all right. I took a shower and everything, but then I went outside with Doggy. And it's 9 degrees here in New York, and the snow is still just piling up. It's just literal icebergs on every corner now. Mom Donnie got fucked by this cold weather. Completely fucked. What else did I write down? Super Bowl commercials should just be called commercials. Yeah, I think we all understand that. Remember, I guess you got to be old enough, man, right? Where you would watch the Super Bowl, have a party, whatever, and all of a sudden you literally would hush the room. You would hush the room because here comes the first Super Bowl commercial. And that's not the case anymore. Even the Guy Fieri one, which I liked because I'm friends with Guy, and when the pictures showed up online with him looking like a regular guy, I was like, that's got to be for a Super Bowl commercial, and of course it was. John writes, aloha, Opster. When the Pats were conducting a 2-point conversion, me and another person had an O&A laugh and explained what it meant, remembering Sex for Sam I think you want to say at St. Pat's vestibule. Well, thank you, John. Thanks for the props. I appreciate it. Cheers, cheers, cheers. Oh, Dan Bandoganino, however you say his stupid name. I hope you're sitting down for this because he had a tweet. This is why I get so frustrated. I have brilliant tweets like Bad Bunny made me realize my 6 years of Spanish in school was a complete waste of time. And Dan Bangadino, all he writes is Sad Bunny. And he gets just hundreds of thousands of people checking out his tweet. Oh, but that's clever. Let's call him Sad Bunny because his name is Bad Bunny, you see. But if we call him Sad Bunny, that doesn't even make sense. There was nothing that was sad about Mr. Bunny. Mr. Bunny wasn't sad. And Mr. Bunny wasn't bad. He was just Bunny. All right. Yeah. Yeah. You got to give Ron a couple days. He's mourning. Oh yeah, Ron's a big fan of the Patriots, and he Well, we could get into the Ron thing too in a little while, but I also want you guys to, to tell me what you thought of the Super Bowl, and were you really triggered in the were you triggered? I understand in this world we live in, you got to make your political points. You gotta. I get it. So look, if you decided to watch Kid Rock to make a statement, I get it. It's America. I get it. But where's the honesty? It sucked. His performance sucked. But I'm gonna tell you, relax. And the Bad Bunny thing, I don't know if it was good, bad. I don't know. I don't speak Spanish. I have no idea. I have no. That's the real take. I chose Kid Rock to make a political statement. I chose Bad Bunny because I didn't want to get up and fucking change the channel. Oh, that's right. We all have clickers. But to say Kid Rock was amazing is just insanely dishonest. Sean Hannity, you brown noser. The world is filled with brown nosers now. Jets, I agree with Adam. Jets should close their franchise. If people don't know, Sam Darnold, he started with the Jets a few years back. And the Jets were like, yeah, you know what? We don't see it. We don't see it. Let's get rid of Sam Darnold. And let's try another 20 quarterbacks, but we don't see it. And then Sam Darnold just casually goes, well, fuck you guys, and moves on. He's sort of a journeyman. I think he won 14 games for the Vikings, and they were also like, well, that was good, but. And the Seahawks are like, fuck that, man. This guy's perfect for what we're doing here in Seattle. Seattle, Washington. And, the Seahawks picked him up, and Sam Darnold is a Super Bowl champion. So I agree with Adam. Jets should just close their franchise at this point, 100%. It's embarrassing, 100%, Adam, 100%. It's ridiculous. Couple other things about the Super. Wait, am I getting super chats? All right, guys. Seriously, what did you learn from the Super Bowl? If you want to trash Bad Bunny, I'm good. I'm good. If you want to praise Kid Rock, I'm good. This show's a little different. It's not brown nosing for one fucking side or the other. So let's throw it all out there for everybody. All right. Oh, one of the other things is I find I got a couple super chats. Barrister. Hey, it's your biggest fan. Barrister, you're back, brother. Thanks for the $20. Barrister, please use this $20 to buy some views. Love you, Hope. I don't buy views. Some people, there's so many lies out there, and one of the lies is that I buy views or something. What would be the purpose of buying views? That's just stupid. 100% stupid. Cast Iron Kyle, people don't want to watch Bad Bunny because they couldn't understand him, but then they turned the channel to ba with a ba, the bang, the bang, dang, the dang, the dang, the dee, the dee, the dee. Yeah, and I think he sings about Diddy in that song, right? Diddy, diddy, dee, the bang, a boop, ba, ba. Most of the people that are brown nosing for Trump and the Kid Rock, they don't even know. I mean, Kid Rock has a song where he's kind of interested in the young girls. The Ba With a Ba song is about all the terrible. Isn't one of the lines Cell Block 6? He's talking about his pimps and his hoes and his drug dealers and the people in jail. Does that go with your family values? That don't go with your family values. You're right, Cast Iron Kyle. Cast Iron Kyle, you wanna do some time on the show? Because we got a situation with Ron DeWada. And I think I need some people to guest host. Holy shit. This is Opie. I thought this was a random guy on the YouTube live. Hi, buddy. Good to see you. All right, let's spin. I think there was another super chat in here. Yeah, here's another super chat. Were you interviewed for the upcoming Gallagher movie? You had a funny interview with him, with Patrice. No, I was not interviewed. I don't get invited to play with the big boys anymore. I'm left just live streaming from my windowsill, 500 feet above the streets of New York City, with a frozen Hudson River behind me. That's where I'm at these days. So no, I did not get the big invite. Politicians are all scumbags. Opie stinks now, but you're watching. Kid Rock is a rich kid failed rapper. Yeah, I don't even want to trash Kid Rock because that first album with Joey C, I loved it. I mean, I absolutely fucking loved it. And then I loved a few things he did after that. So I can't be a hypocrite myself and say Kid Rock stinks. But the reason why everyone went to check out the Kid Rock thing is just stupid. Just relax. It's one day where you have to watch a guy speaking, I think, Spanish, talking about his heritage, marrying people. It's one day. Who gives a shit? Oh my God. Why? Kid Rock is a massive industry plant. His music sucks too. I'm not going to sit here and say his music sucks. He did the show. He could have been nicer. I remember he picked up a guitar and kind of played a little bit live on our show. And he allowed us to introduce him before one of his shows. I think he was in Philly. He's like, yeah, Opie and Anthony can intro me, but make sure it's about a half hour before I actually hit the stage. Jesus. But he doesn't, his music doesn't stink. It's just, the whole thing is just weird. And like I said earlier, I curse and I blame the Patriots. Because if this was a good game, I don't even think there was a touchdown until what, the fourth fucking quarter? Oh, and a nephew to my father-in-law. He's watching this. I got my squares like anybody else, I got squares. I got my squares last minute. And my numbers, only real sports people, real football fans will understand this. My numbers for the big game, they were 8 and 5. I had 8 and 5 as my box. 8 and 5. Oh my God. Ron's coming? No, Ron's not coming, man. Ron is I wanted to talk more about the Super Bowl, but we could get into the Ron stuff. But after haters, it's all right. It's all right. I just know, like, when you have, I'm trying to remember all the people. Like, you have these lame, older, fuddy-duddy politicians saying they're making the choice to watch Kid Rock at halftime. I'm like, that's reason enough for me to leave the channel right where it is. Sarah Huckabee. Who was the chick with the glasses that was hot and popular in politics for a fucking second? Sarah Palin. Sarah Palin likes Kid Rock, really? Donald Trump Jr. Oh my God. I would love to see these people's Spotify playlist. Their playlist, it has to suck. It absolutely has to suck. Monotone bongo music. Sure, you loved it. I didn't say I loved it. Don't put words in my mouth. I'm giving you the honest angle on this. I didn't know what the hell was going on with the Bad Bunny, but I wasn't triggered. I knew I wasn't triggered to the point I had to go check out Kid Rock. I'm like, you know what I said to myself? All right, I'll watch Kid Rock after the fact. And I did. He was lip syncing, and the production sucked. And the other guys, I don't know anything about him, and I don't want to know anything about him. So his performance was just okay. And Bad Bunny, I don't know what the fuck was going on. And I think that is like the honest way to look at this. You can even say, man, I don't agree what's going on in America, so I'm going to check out the Kid Rock. But man, was I disappointed. I thought it was going to be way better than it was. I guess you're right, Hope. I did love American Badass. Please tell me Ron's okay. I'm a little worried. I think he's all right. I don't know. I don't know what's going on with Ron. I don't know what's going on with Ron. And I don't know. I don't know. I mean, I guess we could get into it, but Kid Rock is a talented singer. True that. Squares are the worst to bet on. Yes. One of the prop bets One of the prop bets was you could bet if a streaker was going to make it onto the field, and a guy made it onto the field. So now people are arguing, but was he an actual streaker? Because if he was an actual streaker, a bunch of people made a shit ton of money from Vegas. That was one of the prop bets, and it almost came true. But I don't think he had his pecker out, so I don't think it counts. I don't think you could collect on that one. But yeah, squares are the worst to bet on. They are. I mean, it's just fun. But as soon as I got 8-5, I had to explain to the kids. I'm like, well, maybe somewhere around the fourth quarter, we'll have a chance at our 8-5. Oh God. We know there's no more father-in-law. What are you talking about? What is this nonsense? We know there's no. Does anyone know what this means? What are you talking about? Wait. You think I'm not married? Is that what you're getting at? I tell these haters all the time. There's a whole thing out there where it's like they just make up a ton of shit, right? I try to tell them like my life, my career, how I just fucking step in it I step in it every day and I burn. There's plenty of the real stuff to talk about, but these people, they try to make up shit. Are you trying to say I'm not married? Oh, that's weird because that's not true. And then you have to sit here and feel like you have to defend yourself. And if you think I'm not married, go with it. You weirdo. Opie, would you ever be open to talking to Luis Gomez in private or on air on your show even? I think he's interested in paying you pretty well to do a gig. I would just put Luis on because he's an interesting cat. Sure. I think we got close because I asked him to do my show, and I think I just got to send him a link. So maybe I'll do that this week because Ronnie ain't going to be around for a while. We love you. Screw the haters. Yeah, the haters are it's the world we live in. It's sad. But what are you gonna do? Love you, bro. Love you. What tantrum did I throw? Okay. All right. Wait, there's no such thing as bad numbers. I had 0 and 0, and of course that didn't happen. Dude, 0 and 0 is a good number. The first quarter could easily end with no one scoring. Do the fucking math on 8-5. 5, especially for the first quarter, is impossible. You have to have a field goal and a touchback. And then 8, no one's going for a 2-point conversion, right? So 8 is stupid too. Opie, I would make the trip from Europe if you and Ant got together again on Skankfest. No. God, no. And if there was an inkling, which there wasn't, Anthony angrily texted me in the middle of the night. I'm like, oh, that's right. I made the right decision to run away from that guy. No. No. Opie, is that water frozen over your right shoulder? Yes, it is. The Hudson River is frozen. This only happens every once in a while. I don't even think it happens every winter, but we have giant ice slabs just flowing down the river right now. It's wild. I actually live streamed the entire day yesterday before the Super Bowl of the Hudson River and the ice flows. It was pretty badass. All right. So that's it. Like I said, we're left yelling, screaming about the Bed Bunny and the Kid Rock because the game just sucked. It's too bad. Everyone's asking where Ron is. So things got really weird with Ron. The backstory, I like doing these with Ron. We were having some success, not huge success, some success. The numbers were a little better. And, because of that, I was talking to Ron every day, and he knew my absolute disdain for Anthony Kumia, my absolute disdain. And out of nowhere, Ron started mentioning, I think he mentioned on the live stream, I want to make sure I get this right, at least 2, maybe 3 times. And he mentioned it to me in private as well, that Anthony Kumia, excuse me, was DMing him. And I'm like, that's fucking weird, because Carl said the same fucking thing. So, I believed it. I've been with Ron long enough. I don't know. I've known Ron a while now, and we've been doing this on a regular basis for a couple of years now. So stupid me, I believed Ron. Which is very important right now. When a guy that you've been working with on a very regular basis tells you on the live stream and off the live stream that Anthony Kumia is DMing him, saying how funny he is and clever he is and how smart he is and how he's carrying the show, I was like, okay, I believe that, because I had a similar story with Carl. Carl said Anthony was reaching out to Carl when Carl was still alive. So, yeah, stupid me, I believed it, which is key to the stupid text that Anthony sent me in the middle of the night. So, I don't know. Last week, Ron brought it up again, and I went off saying how weird it is. I basically said it's like, spying on your ex's Facebook. Oh, I wonder what they're up to, And I did a whole rant on it, how weird and fucked up it was. I was like, this is fucked up. This is weird. What the fuck is he doing? We haven't seen each other, and I lost track. I haven't seen Anthony literally in the flesh, and the day he got fired was the last day I ever saw him. So when did he get fired? 2014? So I haven't seen the guy in over 10 years, 11, 12 years. So I ranted about it because Ron brought it onto the show again. And, another backstory about this, like, people around me, they're like, what's going on with Ron? Is he a double agent? Is he trolling you? I'm just repeating and getting it all out there. I like to get it all out there when I do these things. I'm like, nah, man, I don't know. I think he's just, trying to get the people talking or whatever. But I did believe Ron that Anthony DM'd me. Stupid me. Because the haters grabbed that and spun that as well. Of course they did. So I did the rant, and then I turned off the live stream, and I uploaded it to my podcast, which is Opie Radio. I appreciate it if you watch or listen to these things on a podcast app. It helps me out a lot. And I thought nothing of it. And then I woke up to do the live stream last week. What was it, Friday? And at 4 a.m, I got this insane fucking angry text from Anthony. And I'm thinking to myself, why are you texting me? We don't have a relationship. We're not friends. We don't work together. We haven't seen each other in over a decade. Why are you texting me? And he gives me a talking to. And one of the things he said was, one of your problems is, and I'm just like, oh, God, thank you for reminding me why I don't want anything to do with you. A guy that has a ton of problems is going to tell me what my problems are. One of your problems. What is one of my problems? And he said, one of your problems is that you believe everything people tell you. Now, as far as Anthony is concerned, it's based on the fact that for the last 20 years, he has pretty much said a lot of really shitty fucking things that got back to me, and that can be proven with clips all over the internet. So, yeah, there's a track record there. When someone says Anthony said this or Anthony did this, if I was a betting man, I would believe the person telling me that. Yes, stupid me. But there's history there. And then he writes angrily. He writes, I never DM'd Ron. And I'm like, oh my God. So now I'm like, why is Anthony texting me in the middle of the night? That was creepy. I didn't write him back. Why would I? That's stupid. And then I'm like, all right. And now I got a problem with Ron. Like, what the fuck, dudes? I picked a fucked up business. So I confronted Ron. I was going to replay the whole thing today, but you know what? It's pretty much front and center right now on my podcast feed. If you subscribe to Opie Radio, you'll see it. I think the title is something like, Did Anthony DM Ron? So you can go back and listen to me confronting Ron. And then Ron starts spiraling. He's spiraling. Well, I think it was a deal. And then he's like, well, but he said it. And I'm like, oh my God. Because my point here is that I don't know what he was doing by bringing that to the show that Anthony's DMing him. It's weird. I don't know what that, because he knows that I don't get along with Anthony. He knows some of the stuff that Anthony has done to me over the years. So for him to bring it to the show like that, I'm like, what? What is the purpose of this? And then he's like, I go, well, Ron, all you have to do is send me the DM and we're good, bro. We're good. Because he's like, I swear he said that. I go, well, you know what? Anthony, just like the past when we had all those issues, Anthony only reached out when he had a major issue with me. Anthony rarely, I should say, got to get this right. Anthony rarely just called to say hi. Rarely. In all those years we worked together. It was always when he called, I'm like, oh God, what's the problem? So when Anthony texted, based on history, just like the other thing, based on history, if someone tells me Anthony said something, I tend to believe it because of all the shit that he did say that I can prove he said. The same is true when he reaches out and says something like, I never DM'd Ron. I believed Anthony immediately, based on past history. So then Ron, I'm like, Ron, what's going on, Ron? What's going on, Ron? What's going on? You DM me, I'm telling you. All right, just send the DM. Send the DM. And I don't even know why you're bringing this up, because it was stuff like, you're the whole show. You're funny. You're smart. You're quick. You're clever. All this stuff. Praising Ron and making me look like a fool. And I'm like, Ron, that's weird. What are you doing? And then he's like, by the end of it, he's like, well, he said it. I'll find it and send it to you. So after the show ended on Friday, I was like, Ron, man, what the fuck, man? I'm kind of mad. I'm kind of mad. This is weird. You're saying Anthony DM'd you and there's no proof of it. What are you doing? I'll send it to you. And then he never sent it to me. And then you need loyalty, bro. You think? Tommy Festa, you need loyalty, bro. The worst thing an old sidekick can do is ever get involved in any way with the past show. Anthony is always smack talking. Best way to deal with it is to never talk to or about him. Come on, Ron. You had something great here, especially for Ron. Sorry, bro. I'll be your sidekick. F Anthony, that angry prick. Yeah. I mean, Anthony's the great manipulator. He's insanely good at manipulating and gaslighting. But for him to say like one of your problems is you believe everything people say to you, it's based on the history, Anthony. Holy shit. And to Tommy Festa's point, I did enough of these with Ron where we had some deep conversations about what we wanted the show to be like. And I'm going to tell you something. Me and Carl and I, if Scott Watson's still watching, we were very successful after the Opie and Anthony show ended. Did we have numbers like Opie and Anthony? Of course not. But we were doing very well in the podcast world. And we made an effort. We made an effort to put the Opie and Anthony stuff on the side. Were we perfect? No. But the overwhelming majority of the Opie and Carl podcast, which, by the way, is my other podcast. It's a separate podcast. All the episodes I did with Carl, you could find them wherever you get your podcasts. It's Opie and Carl. But we decided if we're going to grow this fucking thing, we got to do a whole new thing. Opie and Anthony, bring it to the show when it kind of makes sense. But in general, keep it on the side. And that was the same fucking philosophy I told fucking Ron. I lost the Opie and Anthony audience for whatever reason. That's up to the people to decide in the end. I'm not going to fucking try to defend myself. But the fact is, I lost the Opie and Anthony crowd. I told Ron, I lost the Opie and Anthony crowd. So the only way we're going to grow this thing is to just fucking do our own thing and hopefully find, a new audience. He knew all that. So then when he started just kind of peppering in, like Anthony is DMing me, and it was more than once, I'm like, what are you doing? This is weird, bro. What's the point of this? To make yourself feel good? That Anthony thinks you're great? So on Friday, I definitely told Ron I wasn't happy, and I said, look, what will help is if you just send me the DM, that will help. And then we could. And then I'm thinking to myself, we could probably talk our way through this a little bit. It's weird, but okay, shit happens. And then I was in the morning, I think, and then Friday afternoon, he just writes me and says, I don't want to, I think I could say this much. I'll say this much. Yeah, because it's important, I guess. He wrote a little thing, and he says, I'm going to have to take the next week off. I'm like, okay, all right. So he's taking the next week off, and I haven't heard from him since. So I don't know what's going to happen with me and Ron, to be honest with you. It sucks because we definitely had a nice thing going. It wasn't taken off like I would have liked, but it was the numbers were a little better. And Ron's taking the next week off. So I don't know. I think the next week's going to turn into a couple weeks. I think the next week is going to turn into a month. I don't know when Ron returns, sadly. But it's also, but the whole thing was just so weird. It kind of creeped me out. I'm like, wow, if Anthony's writing me and telling me that he never DM'd Ron based on history, I believe Anthony. I believe him. But also, Anthony, based on history, that's why I believed when Ron, a guy that I've been hanging with for a while now, when he says to me that you were DMing him, of course I'm going to believe the guy that I've been hanging with for a while now. Of course I'm going to. So that's where that's at, unfortunately. And someone's saying Anthony did talk on a show. There's proof. All right. But the point was that that Anthony was DMing Ron. That's what pissed off Anthony. I never DM'd Ron. I never did. I never did. All right. Do you still owe Ron money? I probably owe him a few bucks, and I will, no matter what, give Ron a few bucks. Not trying to save money off screwing over Ron. So whatever I owe him, if we never do another one of these again, I'll send him some money. That's for sure. So it's just, but the other thing is, like, I don't even know why Anthony's texting me. We have no relationship. None. We did a show that was successful for a while out there. Yes, we did. And then we just spent the last 12 years yelling and screaming at each other. Life's too short, Ope. This is what I hear all the time. Life's too short. So you should get back together with Anthony because life is too short. And, that's the reason why I will never do anything with Anthony again, because life is too short. Do you get it yet? All right. Short one today. So I'll say this. Ron's taking a week off. Officially, that's what he told me. Until he says something differently, I'll assume that he's just taking a week off. So I need some guest hosts. I think tomorrow is Tony P. We'll give Tony P some action. And then, seriously, you guys know how to get a hold of me. If it's people from my past that have my number, you could fucking text me. If you want to reach out on the Twitter, if you want to DM me on the Twitter, if you want to, guest host this with me, I'm open to all possibilities. Just about all possibilities. Okay. All right. Tony P rules. Yeah, Tony's all right, man. Have Adam on. I don't know any Adam. Have Adam on. I don't know any Adams. Adam. I'm trying to even think if I know any Adams. Adam Farrar? I haven't talked to that guy in fucking years, man. No reason to watch this shit anymore then. Bye-bye, underwater Donkey Kong. Bye-bye then. Chad Zumock wants to guest host. He was good. And I know a few of the guys from the Dabbleverse will reach out. Hey, Ope, I'll guest host with you. As long as you keep the Dabble shit, put the Dabble shit on the side, I would be interested. Okay, but I'm not here to do the Dabble shit. Thank you. All right, that's it for today. So, what did we learn? We learned that people got triggered by the Bad Bunny. Relax. It was just one stupid Super Bowl halftime show. That's it. They're saying, I mean, then you don't even know who to believe. They're saying that the numbers for Bad Bunny they were the biggest in the history of the Super Bowl. I don't know. I don't know who to believe. You can't get real news anymore, so I don't know. I don't know who to believe. All right, but it was just a halftime show. It doesn't come close to what Prince did back in the day, and that other halftime show. See, that's the beauty of halftime shows. I watch the Super Bowl every year. I don't even remember who the halftime show was last year. I don't care. I don't care. All right. All right. I'm going to go. Guys, thank you for checking this out. Greatly appreciate y'all. If you gave me a few bucks, thank you very, very much. We'll have Tony P on tomorrow morning, hopefully at the regular time. I stayed up way too late. I'm trying to figure out why my starter for my sour. See, this is the stuff I really think about. I don't think about the nonsense that much. I was up late, after the Super Bowl. Why isn't my sourdough starter fucking activating? That's exactly what I was thinking last night. I wasn't thinking about Bad Bunny and Kid Rock. I was like, it's been 5 days. Why isn't this thing bubbling yet? Bro, Jesus. 40, I get it. Anthony texts you because his name is being brought up and he wants the record straight. He doesn't want Ron or anyone else telling lies. He hates the lies like you do, right, Greg? I love when people use my real name. Man, I really know you because I'm going to use your real name, Greg. And then he spells it wrong. Pretty clear cut. Yeah, it is clear cut. What are you guys here for? What are you guys here for real? What are you guys here? It drives me nuts when you try to be as honest as possible. I don't want Anthony texting me. So, he texted an old fucking phone number. He will not be texting me anymore. Let's just put it that way. I don't want him texting me in the middle of the night like some scorned fucking girlfriend or something. But in the end, 43. What he said in the text, the second part was 100%. I got it. I understood. He was pissed because Ron's going on this thing saying that, Anthony's DMing him. And then you gave me $5 to, I read your fucking, you didn't have to spend your $5. 43. Yeah, I understand why he would text, of course. And I have to defend myself too, because now he's babbling with more videos. This guy believes everything that is told to him. Yeah, Anthony, it's based on the fact that you have spent literally, I think the first year we did a show together, we were clean. I think. I'm not even, I don't even know that anymore. But for most of the 20 years we did radio together, you were shit talking me behind my back. So for me to believe when someone says something you said about me, it's based on history and all the fucking crap you have said about me. So I'm also making the record straight there, 43. Have a good day, everybody. We'll talk soon. Listen to this on a podcast app, please. It helps a lot. Thank you. Opie Radio. Subscribe today. Thank you.